The hacker behind the 2016 Democratic National Committee breach now claims to have hacked the Clinton Foundation, and there is every indication that at least some of these screenshots that have been released are absolutely and completely fake. The statement from, I guess it's pronounced Guccifer 2.0. I think it's funny to say Guccifer. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep saying Guccifer because it just sounds better to me. Saying, quote, Hillary Clinton and her staff don't even bother about the information security. It was just a matter of time to gain access to the Clinton Foundation server. I do hate to throw sour milk into your coffee here, but at least some of these hacks seem to be completely fake. There's a folder of contacts in these hacks supposedly called pay to play. And this is a reference to the Securities and Exchange Commission rules, which prohibit the paying of government officials, which then later might have other benefits that are provided by a government official: pay to play, pay to participate. There's something odd about actually having a folder called pay to play. And here's a tweet from tech reporter Joe Bernstein, who also found this odd, saying, it seems extremely fake that the Clinton Foundation would name a folder pay to play. Yeah, I mean, if I were bribing people, right, just as an example, I wouldn't have a folder on my desktop called bribes where I have the list of bribes inside of it, right? I mean, that seems a little silly. And the data itself already is stretching credulity pretty significantly. And the entire, there's a folder called pay to play. Yeah, even at the Clinton Foundation, they called what they were doing pay to play, and they named a folder that. It just doesn't really make too much sense to me. The Clinton Foundation did make a statement to Politico. They said, quote, once again, we still have no evidence that Clinton Foundation systems were breached and have not been notified by law enforcement of an issue. None of the folders or files shown are from the Clinton Foundation. Now, Guccifer, or Guccifer 2.0, responded to skepticism about the legitimacy of the breach by claiming that more files will be released. Here's a tweet from Guccifer 2.0 saying, surprised that the DNC, DCCC, DSCC, and HFA docs were on the Clintons' private server? This is just a tiny part of files. Keep following me. I'm sort of surprised that people aren't being more skeptical about this. There may be a mix of real and fake files. It's sort of unclear right now, but something about this just does not seem quite right. And The Hill makes a note that some of the files actually seem to originate from the DNCC, the Democratic National Campaign Committee, rather than the Clinton Foundation. So a lot of questions here. It's very early on, but when I saw, here's the folder called pay to play, it's hard to believe. Very, very hard for me to believe. Gamefly is sort of like Netflix for video games. They have over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price. There's never any due dates or late fees. And our audience can get a free 30-day trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included. There's no contracts, and you can rent games through the mobile app. Get the free 30-day trial for the David Pakman Show audience and support our show by going to gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.